Hello everyone, this is Blue Thunder Fan Racing. And this is something a little special. This is as you all know, I completed the sign-ups for Season 2 of the Insomniac Elite Series, and this is a preseason show for the Insomniac Elite Series. Yeah, so, last season we saw Cosmic Nova win the championship in an exciting battle of Noah Hart, but this season we got 42 drivers yet again. Well, last season we had less than that, 42, much bigger grid than last season, and we got 25 tracks, pretty similar schedule to before, and we got a lot of stuff to go over for this new season. We're gonna be going over the new drivers and teams, and we'll be talking about the new schedule and what we think is gonna happen. What do you think is gonna happen? So, without further ado, I think we should start getting into the team chart for season 2. Yeah. We have 11 teams on the grid, making up a grid of 42 cars, and the first of which is probably one of the more interesting ones, the Wrecking Thunder. That is a Team Thunder and the Wrecking Balls for two teams from last season merged together. So to create the Wrecking Thunder, a 5-car team, and many people are expecting that team's going to do real well, as we've got a lot of drivers that team's got a lot of drivers who have done well before, or done really well. Yeah, 5-car team.
I think, to be honest, that the Wrecking Thunders, are pretty much trying to get their funding together at this point. I mean, I know the teams are both doing well and all, but I think it's kind of pointless in them merging together, unless if it's some sort of special reason.
We believe that may actually be the case. I believe those two wanted to put both run a team, put their teams together. I don't know. Maybe one of them came up with the idea in the shower. I don't know. But
I think their problem is mainly just going to be maybe over expectations for how the season would go.
Yeah, that'll probably be the case. So while we get to the roster, we have the number 6 car, which is driven by William Duncan, who won 2 races last season. And of course, William Duncan, very successful driver. Never won an INORL championship though. Maybe this season will finally be the season that he wins a championship.
Well, he did come close in mine.
Yeah,
Come close a couple times.
Yeah, he finished 9th in points last season. I would expect some good things out of Duncan, especially on the road courses, as he was pretty good on them last season. Driving car number 13, we have Cosmic Nova, the surprise champion from last season, back in a very very special looking 13 car.
What do you mean by special?
It's a brony car.
Oh.
Very special. Nova, Louisiana native. He and Chris Louvier are the first 2 Louisianans to ever compete in the INORL. And of course, Nova in his first season walks away with the championship, beating Noah Hart of Georgia. Those 2 states I do believe are sports rivals, so that's huge for them.
That's probably a reason why, to be honest. I think Cosmic Nova made a terrible choice coming into the 13 car, probably for one reason only. Maybe the team, Wrecking Balls have kind of lower funding than they did with the Ganassis.
Yeah,
The Ganassis in general were a lot better than I anticipated. So yeah, Nova should have stayed in that car if at all possible.
Nova picked up 3 wins on his way to the championship last year. He also had a series-leading 7 top 5s, along with 10 top 10s. However, he also had 8 DNS, which is amazing. So it's amazing how he managed to win the title. So Nova now driving now on the Wrecking Thunder, now driving a Ford, and of course he won a title in a Chevy. We'll have to see what he can do with the Ford. He hasn't exactly been the fastest in testing, but he has shown some decent speed.
Alright, do we have a next car on the list?
Yeah, we have the number 32 of Maxwell Chan.
Oh gosh, wow.
That's California, right?
Yep, Maxwell Chan out of California. Honestly, I'd say he's a real dark horse pick for the title. Chan was real quiet last season, but I saw flashes of brilliance out of Chan a few times throughout the season. He did get a pole in Japan. He had a lot of good runs. He wound up 20th in points, but again, Chan showed flashes of brilliance. I think we could see him. He could be a good. I think Chan's got a good shot at taking home his first career win this season.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't blow up or just gets screwed over by his own doing, for the most part,
Or his own teammate.
right.
Hope there won't be much.
There's a lot of egos over there.
Yep. Most notably Cosmic Nova.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any other news on Maxwell Chan for right now, but
Yeah, he's pretty quiet. Fans pretty quiet guy. Fans like him though. I believe he may be of Asian descent, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I do believe he's of Asian descent. Yeah, pretty talented driver. He could have a good future in the IS.
very well future if he can actually do well for once.
The fourth car is the number 98 of Chris Louvier, the other Louisiana native. Louvier turned heads last season. He had a pretty solid campaign, which included a win at Decatur, but he wasn't exactly the most consistent, accumulating 10 DNFs, which tied with Sean Angel for the most of any driver last season.
I'm just surprised that you keep track of DNFs.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, Louvier and Fit.
I believe Chris Louis is in a doggy coin team.
Still, I'm still surprised that I kept track of DNFs though. Even on a chart.
I got race points manager stuff, so
Still.
yeah.
I think Louis is driving a doggy coin car.
Yep, Louvier.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, Louvier sponsored by.
That's the only reason why he didn't sign up for Dogecoin car in my series is just because there isn't one.
Yeah, Louvier driving sponsored by Doggy Coin, the digital currency. Yeah.
The dog just says, "I'm going to bite your hand off." You put your hand there again.
I think that's pretty much. I think it's pretty much what Chris would say. Yeah, the guy has a lot of talent. He just needs to figure out how to stop wrecking. I mean, yeah, he got a win at Decatur. He got.
Wrecking.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he won a very exciting race at Decatur, but he got 10 DNFs. He finished 13th in points despite having those 10 DNFs. Just imagine where he would have been had he not DNF'd that many times. That team as a whole is pretty high in the DNF charts last season. Like the Wrecking Bulls. If they can get their act together, if they get their act together, we may see them be champion yet again. Yep.
I think there should be one more.
Yep, the fifth and final car for the Wrecking Thunder is the first of 15 drivers in the rookie class. Yeah, I know, a lot. Nothing compared to a Charles series, though.
Nowhere close.
Yeah.
Although that actually is, no, it's closest number.
Yeah, driving to number 99, we have... Interesting that the Coke Vanilla Cup Series would be mentioned because the driver to 99 is Coke Vanilla Cup Series regular Danny Everett, running his rookie season in the IS. Everett, he has a lot of talent. I can tell you that right now. Everett's really had some good results in the Coke Vanilla Cup Series. Has had a lot of bad luck too, but
yeah, he had 4 second place finishes before he was able to record that first win.
Yeah.
So definitely expecting a lot out of him. He's definitely a very talented driver.
Yeah, I think he may actually be competing for the title in the Coke Vanilla Cup Series.
Yes, he was, came just short of advancing, though, for the Final Four, so lead 8, though, and very, great season by any standards there.
Yeah, it's good. Everett, of course, is not going to be coming back to the Coke Vanilla Cup Series because he wants to focus his efforts on the IAS. But at least he's going out on a good note. He is replacing Brandon Wood, who had a very messy campaign last season. Just abysmal for Brandon Wood. Wood's going to be racing in the Light Series this season. More info on that later. So, yeah, the second team we have here is RJ Manson Racing, a team that had a lot of success last season. They won 3 races. They won 3 races last season with a few different drivers. Their lineup is pretty similar this season, although they have changed a few things around. Carl Sander has moved to the number 3 machine, so Sander trying to uphold the legacy of that number 3. He does have a lot of talent. Won 2 races last season. The Minnesota native did 2 wins, 5 top 5, 7 top 10s. He wound up 10th in points.
Sounds nice. I mean, when his consistency keeps up with him, he should probably be a serious championship threat for the IES for this season.
Yeah, I would say Sander could be a major contender, but he needs to. But keep in mind, last season, he really struggled in the later half of the season. Like if I can get my stuff up here, Sander did in the final few rounds. In the final 8 rounds, Sander only scored points 3 times and did not finish in the top 10.
I'm just amazed that you have not once actually confused said my name while on Sander's car.
I
Very similar.
think I may have done it for the Budweiser Retro Series a few years ago.
Maybe.
Yes.
I mean, you have Carlos and Charles Steve. It's very close.
Yeah.
Very similar, then again.
And the second RJ Manson Racing, not as big as Wrecking Thunder. That's only a 4-car team. The second car,
Isn't Wrecking Thunder the only 5-car team?
no, actually, there's also S3 Motorsports. S3 Motorsports expanding to 5 cars this season.
Yeah. I don't know how we found the money to do that, but
Yeah, it falls wrecked cars and all. So the second car on Manson is a entry people have been a little rather nervous about. Gall Redlich is driving the number 27 car. Redlich is from Germany, and he attempted the round of Indianapolis last season, but did not make the show. He wasn't slow, but he got involved in an incident, I do believe. Redlich, the German, he's been causing some trouble in testing. I believe he caused several incidents in the short track testing session at Grande Tour, as he was just driving way too hard. Redlich has proven himself to be very aggressive already, so I'll be a little nervous about him, the German. I think he may have raced German touring cars and caused some shenanigans over there.
Touring cars are a lot more grippy than what the IS cars are.
Yeah, I think that says a lot. However, if Redlich can somehow manage to get his act together and not wreck all over the place, he could be a threat on the road courses. As slippy as he was, he did show some good speed on the road course session.
I love how you're saying this on. You're trying to just not say too much of a wrong thing, I guess.
Yeah. Yep, and the number 31. RJ Manson drove the car last season, but he's actually going into the lights. In the 41 this season, we have Nick Pericles, who drove for Team Thunder last season. Had a pretty...
Unfortunately, I just don't have anything to say about any of the drivers so far.
Yeah, Pericles was very quiet last season, but he did have some good runs. Most notably a second at Sonoma. Pericles does have some talent. Pericles does have a good deal of talent. He's shown a lot. He's pretty good on some of the tighter tracks. You know, the road courses, short tracks. He finished 14th in points last season.
I was there for Charlotte, but Perkles did win
Yep.
Definitely, yeah.
Yep, Pericles. He's competing in the Slim Jim Series, getting more experience. He's driving a 31 car over there, although not for RJ Manson Racing. He's driving for Infinity Motors over there. Here he is going to Manson. That car again, bad luck last season, but Pericles is a pretty talented driver. We'll just have to see what he can do.
Alright. Do we have a 29 car or something like that?
No, 29 car's not back this season, actually.
No, it should be, let's see, 3, 27, 29.
It's the 30 free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
The next driver.
Yeah, the fourth and final driver for RJ Manson Racing is the 30 free of Connor Atwood.
3, 27,
Connor
29.
Atwood.
Yeah, Atwood, back in the 30 free car. No changes over there. Atwood was a top contender last season. He won at Savannah, 4 top 5s, 10 top 10s. He finished 6th in points. He was actually the best of the Manson squad last season. So, and seeing how he's back in that his familiar number 30 free.
Connor Atwood is actually a former Formula Inter 2003 driver, so he should be. That's probably where his experience came from.
Red Bull. Yeah, he drove for the Red Bulls, and with moderate success.
Ray Brown Jr.
Yeah, Atwood drove in Formula 2003 with moderate success. He's got a lot of ability on the road courses. One of the few Aussies in the field, very talented driver. And seeing how he's back in his familiar number 33, I would expect big things out of Atwood. He could be a contender for the title this season.
In fact, probably one hit.
Yeah, I'd say he's one of the major threats. Moving on to S3 Motorsports. Oh God, the Wreckmasters.
Yeah, skip that whole team.
The Wreckmasters. S3 Motorsports had an awful campaign last season. Their best ranked driver.
Awful's putting in a good sense.
Their best ranked driver finished 16th in points. However, they at least managed to win a race. So that's good for them. But however, their lineup this season, if they can find luck, they may do really good this season because their lineup looks very promising, actually.
Yeah, we're definitely very proud of it. Obviously, bringing the main staple back, who finished 16th in the points. I don't know why I decided to turn, but oh well. Gonna try and see it out. You know, maybe just replace myself with one of the lights drivers if they do good though.
Yep. Yeah. I find it amazing that they managed to expand the concerned amount of wrecked cars they had last season, but let's not think about it because as soon as we start questioning this stuff, it all falls apart. I'll just,
Question why I get my money.
Alright, let's move on to the next driver.
yeah, moving. Well, let's take a look. Well, we're gonna take a look at the roster here and moving. Ian Dutta. Ian Dutta is actually back this season. In the IS. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that he's gonna be back. Honestly, I thought he was never gonna race again, but I guess he recovered in time. I guess he got lucky. Because he will recover in time for the new season. But he's not back at S3 Motorsports as he was awful last season, to say the least.
Yeah, we respectfully just parted ways. Yeah.
Yep. Taking his place, though, is someone I think has a great future in the IES, Alex Hawkins. I wish I knew where he was from, but unfortunately I don't. But Hawkins...
So do I.
Yeah, but Alex Hawkins, very talented driver. He was independent last season for the most part. He was independent until Road America when he got picked up by Ian Masterson Racing, who will not be back next season in the Elites, by the way. They'll be racing the lights, but Hawkins showed a lot of promise. He qualified in the top 5 in the first 4 rounds of the season. He really turned up. He was really good in qualifying, actually, even though he didn't get a pole. However, Hawkins, he really surprised people with his performances. He didn't find much luck early in the going, but he turned it around and started getting some great performances. And most notably, a second at Pocono, where he just seemingly came out of nowhere and almost won the race.
I really don't have much to say about it, because I really don't know how to drive very
Yeah, Hawkins got.
That's my problem pretty much with anyone.
Yeah, Hawkins finished 15th in points last season. Very strong campaign for him. 4 top 5s, 9 top 10s. Now he's driving for S3 Motorsports. I'm telling you, if that whole squad can find some luck, I think Hawkins will be a top pick for getting his first career win. He'll probably be because yeah. Meanwhile, the 24 is same as.
We can just skip that one entirely.
24, same as before. Charles Sanford. He's had some bad luck, to say the least. But he did get the team their first.
At least Sanford's not the unholy kind of bad luck.
Yep. And I'll just say when he did find some luck, he did do well and he found some luck. I mean, he did get S3 Motorsports, the team's first win back in Australia in a fantastic drive, I might add.
Yeah, that was definitely something I didn't think we'd actually have enough to get back by the guy who was in front. So I even forgot who it was now.
I think it was Proctor. Yeah, of course.
So too, but I'm not quite sure. But definitely a great drive. Having, if I remember correctly, it was like a second. They told me we were like second faster than him. I was amazed.
Yeah, yeah. Sanford back with his usual number 24 this season, and finished 23rd in points last season. Hopefully he'll find some more luck. I would expect him to do well on the road courses. Sanford is a top-notch road course driver. Really, I can really say that for the whole S3 Motorsports squad. They're just very road course oriented.
Yeah, that's even true. Definitely when you look at how the team does in the DuPont competition, is road course is definitely where we look forward to the most. Feel we have the best opportunity at them, which is interesting considering my nearest road course is in Finion, and that's a good 8-hour drive from where I'm at. So.
Yeah. The S3 Motorsports, their new car this season is the number 25 machine, and seeing how the guy is a Casey Mears fan, it's not surprising to see that Seth Cole is driving that number 25 machine. Seth Cole, everyone knows him, out of New York, NSCRA president, very talented driver. Seth Cole, he won a race last season. He won a thriller at Texas where his teammate James Shelley crashed hard. But Seth Cole couldn't find much luck late in the going. But he had a great season. And Seth Cole, I would not count him out for the championship this season.
Oh yeah, we were definitely very proud when we saw that Seth Cole, like the announcement that Seth Cole was not returning to, I believe it's Hamilton Motorsports was the former team.
Hamilton Autosports, yes.
Autosport. Okay, yeah, we were very excited to see that. Definitely jumped on the opportunity to speak with Seth's agent right away and able to get a deal done almost that same day.
Yeah. So Seth will be running his second season. We will be seeing him in the shootout, of course. I'll be getting to the shootout later. The fourth car in the team, the 48 machine. For our third rookie, that's Eric and Rage.
Yeah, someone I've seen race a little bit. Oh, go ahead, Tristan.
Yeah.
I don't expect very much from Eric and Rage. I mean, he hasn't done well in as far as I'm concerned.
I don't
I don't expect much from him anyways.
Well, we'll have to see.
Same here, but we almost kind of brought him in just see how he go. I mean, probably give him 2 seasons to get underneath things, and then really take an evaluation of where we're at that point.
Yeah, but Eric and Rage, he might do well. We'll have to see. Eric and Rage, one of the main reasons why Eric and Rage has a lot of full-time drives these days, because he really turned heads in the round of Indy when he made the show and finished in 11th, which was a great showing for him, and he's been getting offers since. Yeah, it hasn't done too well on the Slim Jim side of things, but we'll have to see. I mean, in a 48 car, I mean, you can't do much worse than the previous driver, Drew Austin.
Slash Henry Sanford.
Yeah.
Remember that was a mid-season thing. It was right at Indy.
Yeah. Sanford did pretty well, but Drew Austin was the original full-time driver for the team, so.
Henry decided that he wanted to go and do the IndyCar series there full time, so that's why he's not returning at all.
Yep. Henry Sanford going off to do open wheel racing. He is pretty good over there. Best of luck to Sanford. Drew Austin, of course, yeah, he got released before the season even finished. I think it says a lot about his campaign. And so I don't think Eric Enrage can do much worse than Drew Austin.
Yeah, our expectation definitely is just for him to run the whole season, get some experience, run as many laps he can. The second season probably will tell us a little bit more about whether or not we see Eric as a long-time partner with S3 Motorsports.
Yep. And the fifth and final car, we have a familiar face, DJ Curtis, returning to the number 88 team. One of only two drivers to return to that team, and honestly, I'm not shocked, as he was the best of S3 Motorsports last season.
I expect a lot from Curtis, actually. If Curtis could actually win a championship, I wouldn't be at all surprised. Because of his excellent performances.
Curtis doesn't have the most amount of luck, but then again, that team had no luck last season. but Curtis does have a lot of talent. I mean, ArcSlot Sony Cup Series champion is Curtis.
Oh, excuse me.
Curtis.
Oh, sorry.
Curtis really. Curtis really should. Curtis I think Curtis is gonna get his first career win this season. But if it's going to happen, it's probably going to happen on a road course or a short track, because that's the thing of Curtis last season. Because he wasn't too good on the high speed tracks, but on the road courses and short tracks, Curtis excelled. I mean, his best results were on road courses and short tracks, by far.
Well, I'll say this, definitely the relationship between S3 Motorsports and DJ Curtis has gone way back, and obviously we're always thrilled to be able to bring him in for any series to drive for us, going all the way back to even INORL Elite Series back then, where we definitely didn't have as good equipment as we did for IES, and it's a shock that we did not run so well last season.
Yeah, Curtis again, best of S3 Motorsports last season. Could be a title contender if that whole organization can find some luck. So moving on to the next team here, we have Togger Racing Unit. That team was almost a title contender last season, but they had a very successful campaign, to say the least. Only won 2 races, but one of those was the round of Indianapolis, which is a big event. And I think it really gave the team a big boost. And what really gives the team a big boost is the fact that the driver that won them that race and almost got into title contention is back with them, that being PJ Williams in the number 4.
Should make him crazy. Anywho, at this point, I don't expect
INORL reference.
Yeah, PJ.
Yeah, Williams might. I kind of don't expect to be in championship contention this season.
I concur with that as well.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him do much of good either in what I've seen, so
yeah,
probably expect to be top 20.
We'll have to see what Williams does this season. Of course, he finished third in points last season, which included winning the famous round of Indianapolis, winning the round of Indianapolis at the famous Indy Motor Speedway.
Easy for you to say.
Hey, so yeah, Williams does have some talent. Don't know if his motivation's really been there as of late, though. He has done well in the Slim Jim series since too, but yeah, we haven't really seen him do a whole lot on in some other leagues, and hopefully he'll be back to top form.
Next driver, I guess.
Yeah, and the number 14. Number 14, Chris Washer. Washer drove in the 41 last season.
The dishwasher.
Yep. Washer drove the 41 last season, where he turned heads of his consistency, scoring 11 top 10s, which tied Cosmic Nova and Noah Hart for the most of any driver. However, he only had 2 top 5s, so he wasn't really up there in the championship hunt. He finished 17th in points, but with a top 10 count like that, I think we can expect a lot from Washer this season. Especially, he's back at the Togger Racing Unit, only he swapped rides on the team. Now he's driving for the 14, which did win a race last season. Well, Washer could be a threat to take home his first win this season.
I mean, with Washer winning multiple championships, he must be a possible start of winning a race.
Yeah, the Michigan native Washer. We definitely know him pretty well. A much better known face around the community. He's capable of great things.
Are we on to the next driver, next team?
Yeah, I'd probably be surprised if he does not win a race, and sure, yeah.
Yeah, the third car well, I think we could all see this coming. I mean, how could Tonga Racing not bring back Rookie of the Year Fearless Theodore? Fearless Theodore is racing full time for the team this season. Theodore, the Canadian Theodore, convincingly won Rookie of the Year last season. A big margin over teammate David Valzak. Theodore, I think she's got a great future in this series. She's had some great results. I mean, she almost won a race on several occasions, and this could be a big season. This could be big for her this season. Now she's driving full time. She's not going to be competing for Rookie of the Year though. She ran too many races.
Interesting.
But honestly, if she was, it probably wouldn't even be fair, because Fyodor, again, very talented, one of the few Canadians in the field. I'd expect great things out of her. The fourth and final car on that team is David Valzak. Valzak, interesting face, Polish. I think he's the only driver from Poland in the field. He was a little crash crazy, but he definitely had his moments. Very fast on the road courses, and although he did pretty well on the super speedways too, winning. I mean, he won that he won the race at Talladega, which was unfortunately overshadowed by the Sanford Dutta crash. But Valzak. Valzak though. Valzak, very talented driver. Going full time, driving the 41 machine. Yeah. Swap drives with Chris Washer. Valzak, not sure what to expect from him. I mean, on a lot of the high speed tracks, he did on some of the ovals, he got himself in some serious shenanigans. But I definitely expect him to do well on road courses. The next team here, that is, oh goody, Hamilton Autosports. Yep, and to be quite honest, I don't think this team's program is looking as strong this season as it was the last. Of course, Sean Angel is back in the 20. Of course, Sean Angel.
Holy God, a bad luck.
Yep, Sean Angel, also known as the Unholy God of Bad Luck, as just mentioned by Will Hoyt. Sean Angel, Canadian. He won a race last season, but oh my God, his luck just fell apart in the second half of the season. Yeah, in the first half of the season he was fantastic. He got a lot of good results, including a win at Savannah. But in the second half, things just fell apart. If I can bring stuff here. Yep. In the final 13 rounds of the season, consecutively, Sean Angel did not score a single point. He did not score a single point for 13 consecutive rounds. I think that says a lot about his season. Yeah, he wound up 27th behind Brandon Wood.
Oh, at least he beat some of my drivers.
Yeah, I guess at least he beat Ian Dutta. Yeah. Although I think we all know that Sean Angel is a talented driver, he all he needs to win races is some luck. He hasn't found that as of late though.
If any driver out here had luck, they'd be winning every race. So.
Yeah.
You can't have everyone having good luck every race.
Yeah, Sean Angel just needs a little more luck, and he may be a title contender because. Very talented, Sean Angel, very talented driver, just needs to find some luck, as I was just talking about. And the 11 and the 18 is where where the program starts losing all its worth, in my opinion. Well, the 11's not that bad. Like both cars are driven by rookies. The 11, not exactly that bad. The 11 is Tyler Faber, former Arkansas Elite Series driver. Faber, I think we can expect some decent stuff out of Faber. Again, former Arkansas Elite Series driver. He does have experience.
Not to mention, he's actually Sean Angel's best friend outside the racetrack.
Yeah, Faber,
No shock why he got right, huh?
Yeah, but hey, Faber does have some talent and some pretty decent experience. He's just a rookie over here on the IES side, so I think we expect some decent stuff out of him. But then the 18 is Preston Plord. Yeah, I think we all know. Yeah, Ark's DuPont Cup Series, he didn't do well. Not expecting much out of Plord, to be honest. I think that was a last-minute hire by Sean Angel.
I'll actually say the opposite. I would not be surprised if Preston runs really well.
Yeah, I mean, like Plord did have a few surprising runs in the DuPont Cup Series, but I don't know.
I mean, look at what he was able to do coming in after 3 races were done with Hooters. Not only able to grab a win, but at the time of the chase cutoff, I think he was like a good 22nd in points after missing the first 3 races.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't know. He could have some runs. I'm not sure. Yeah, again, he has done pretty well in the Hooters Nationwide Series, but we'll just have to see. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. And then one of the more surprising rosters, a team that has one of the more surprising programs this season is KSI, Kyle Sinoski Incorporated. The Pennsylvanian expanded his team to a free car operation this season, and he has some rather interesting hires. Of course, Sinoski himself back in the 7. As per usual, I'll expect good things from Sinoski. He had a pretty good campaign last season. Started off pretty quiet, but he really turned up the heat in the later half, which included a win at Michigan. Sinoski finished 8th in points. I would expect some good stuff out of Sinoski. Yes. And of course Acosta, who was driving for the team at the time, he won the finale, so KSI did have some good runs, but the second car is where things get surprising. Surprisingly, Zachary Fitzwater is in the 21. I think everyone was surprised that Fitzwater is hired by Sinoski of all people. But what do you mean by that? Well, no, I don't
know what he's meaning. I really don't.
I don't know what he's talking about, but Fitzwater, another one of the rookies. But Fitzwater, another rookie, Australian, I believe. Fitzwater, he has had his.
Adding another team owner into here.
Yeah, that might be interesting. I guess I can go ahead of that. I don't really care. But Fitzwater, I don't exactly have low expectations for Fitzwater. He could be pretty solid actually. Fitzwater has done very well. Oh god, Fitzwater. Fitzwater has done very well in the Snap-on Cup Series. So Fitzwater we could see some stuff. We could see some stuff out of the Aussie Fitzwater. We'll just have to. Oh, he's just one of those guys that we'll have to wait and see for. And the same would go for their third driver, the 43 of Daniel Smith. Smith, he's got some open wheel experience. Smith was a former Sony IndyCar Series driver. We didn't really see him around for. I don't think he ran the full campaign. He kind of dropped out late in the going. Didn't really see him around for a year or two, but he returned to Slim Jim Series. So Smith, now a Slim Jim Series regular, looking to try his hand at the IAS. And Smith, very quiet. I don't really have much to say about Smith. He's just other than he's generally very quiet. Smith is generally very quiet. he doesn't exactly make a whole lot of noise. He is pretty consistent, though. I believe he's in the top 15 in points in the Slim Jim series. Just quietly going along, having a pretty decent campaign. We'll just have to wait and see what he'll do. And then, oh boy, Young Motorsports up next. They have one more. I think some people are surprised with their lineup. Of course, no surprise to see Dylan Young back in the 2. And Dylan Young, very popular face in the community. One of the best known people in the Air 2003 community. And he had a rather interesting campaign last season. Despite winning 2 races, he only managed 21st in points, which is kind of odd because I don't really remember him having any kind of bad luck. He was just kind of in the middle of the points charts all season, from what I remember. So Young was just kind of anonymous on the points charts despite winning 2 races. But we'll have to see if he'll contend for the title this season. I think we all know he has the speed. He just needs to find more consistency. And Young Motorsports. Young Motorsports is another 2-car team from last season that's expanded to 3 this season. That new car is actually the one we're talking about here, the number 12, driven by Ryan Acosta. Ryan Acosta, he had a lot of bad luck last season, but kind of like with a few other people, he turned up the heat as it went on, and in fact, he really turned up at the very end. I mean, Ryan Acosta, he turned heads when he won the finale at Fontana, and he got picked up by Young Motorsports, and Ryan Acosta, Sony IndyCar Series regular, has had a lot of success over there in the Indy cars in his time racing in those series. Expect him to do well on the road courses. I personally think Acosta could do pretty well because he does have a lot of talent. All right, so we're getting down here to the final 3 teams here on the roster, and oh god, this team is very special. Introducing the team that's got me kind of scared, to be honest. Baby Tribe 5000. I don't have any words to describe the strangeness of that name or the driver lineup. Yeah, Alex Perkle, who hasn't even raced he didn't even run the full schedule last season, decided to come in and put together a 4-car team, and none of his teammates have any full-time experience in the INORL. So, I'm a little scared. Alex himself is driving the 36, the Golden Corral machine. He's sponsored by Golden Corral. Just remember this. If you get the top 10, kids eat free at Golden Corral. That is if he can get in the top 10, because Perkle wasn't exactly that strong last season. He came in after he's a test driver for the Wrecking Balls. Well, now Wrecking Thunder. From what I've heard, he actually defected from that team to put together the Baby Tribe 5000. His debut was at Indy, where he caused a rather serious incident. However, for some reason, he got picked up by Ian Masterson Racing, and he actually didn't do terribly. Although it wasn't exactly amazing either. Probably his most notable performance was Talladega, where he was a major contender to win before his engine gave up on him. So I don't know what to say about Perkle. I don't know what to say about Perkle. He could be okay, but we'll have to see. Could be a contender to win the super speedways. But that's probably about as far as they'll go, I think. The 1 car, that is Choi Kang. Kang is probably among these guys, I'm probably the least scared about Kang, because he's a good friend with Alex Hawkins. I believe Hawkins did give him some pointers and stuff. Kang is running in the Coca-Cola Cup Series, I believe. So, yeah.
Yeah, actually, yes, he is.
So,
Hawkins, actually, as well.
yeah, Kang is, I believe, the first Korean American driver. Like, Kang is of Korean descent. First driver in INORL history to be of Korean descent. But I don't really have much to say about him. He actually did show some decent speed on testing. So I'm probably among these drivers on this team. I'm probably the least scared about Kang. Kang was the best of the Baby Tribe 5000. That's for sure.
Sounds like the only team we probably haven't covered yet really is going to be the one with John Johnston on it.
Yeah, there's two other teams aside from this one. The next car, this is a rather interesting one. The 42, the car that won the championship last season, the Cosmic Nova. Oh god. Get your mic under control, man.
Can't find the car, huh? Well, he finds that obviously going to be high expectations for this car, no matter who's driving it, because it is coming off a championship win.
Yep, but then again, of course, you would say that. Then you see the driver in the car. Alex Perkel's brother Jason is driving the 42, and Jason has no prior experience in a stock car, so. Maybe, I don't know. Jason Perkel.
Represent that championship, but really well with at least some good finishes.
Yeah, we'll have to see. He was rather mediocre in testing. Kind of lower midfield. Could be okay, but we'll just have to wait and see. He may do good. He may do good once he starts picking up some experience, but again, we'll have to wait and see. And the last car on the team is the 32A of Kyle Smith. Originally, I was kind of scared about Smith, because I had no idea who he was, but apparently I think he may be a friend of Dylan Young. From what I've heard, he's a friend of Dylan Young's. Not sure. Not 100% sure, but I think he might be. Not really see much of Miller on the racetrack, but he's got more experience than Jason Perkel, at least. Yeah, he's driving the Angry Video Game Nerd Sin Massacre car, which is probably one of my favorite paint schemes, as I am a pretty big fan of that of the web show Angry Video Game Nerd. So we'll have to see what he can do. Not much to say. Yeah, thank God. I am a little scared about that. That's probably that. I probably have the lowest expectations for that team. Oh shit! Oops, I missed one. I actually missed one. I missed Cybertron Motorsports. How I missed them, I have no idea, because they've been making some headlines. Yeah, Cybertron switching to BMWs. BMW will be making their debut in the IS, and they have a rather interesting driver lineup. Yeah, first notably, in the number 9, we have everyone's favorite Canadian panty model, Jock Day Cock, competing full-time in the number 9 machine.
Jock Day Cock, I expect a lot from him. Day Cock, in general, should be doing very well in the series, and I'm probably right about this. He could also be a championship contender at some point.
Yeah, as silly as his name is, Jock Day Cock has actually been very fast in testing. And remember, he won at Grand Detour last season, and he didn't go full-time. He very nearly won the North Carolina race, too, where he finished second to teammate James Silverfox. Yeah, I do believe Silver Fox has been teaching him a lot about racing and maybe a few other things. Well, I do have some pretty high expectations of Decock, the Canadian panty model. I'll just jump right to the number 10 here, where we have Kyle Thomas. More recognizable name in the community. Not exactly someone who's unheard of. Kyle Thomas has competed in a few different series. I do believe he raced in the Coca-Cola Cup Series for a while. A Slim Jim Series regular. Again, Coconut Cup Series as well, I believe. Kyle Thomas. He's one of the rookie. He's a rookie, but we could see some pretty decent things out of him, especially seeing how he's in one of those Cybertron BMWs. Those things have been very fast in testing. I haven't heard anything out of Charles. Number 19. That will be number 19 is James Shelley. Drove for Hamilton Autosports last season. Obviously not back at that team. Had a lot of bad luck. He actually got injured in Texas, but he continued racing on a broken wrist. So yeah, Shelley didn't exactly have the best of campaigns last season. Finished 25th in points with only 1 top 5 and 6 top 10s. But he's got a lot of heart. He's got a lot of heart, a lot of motivation, and that can get you far. That can get you far. That can get you far in racing. And I think Shelley just needs to find the right team, and he might be able to get some good results. And Cybertron may be good for him. We'll have to wait and see. He was pretty decent in testing, about top 20 or so. We'll have to see what he is capable of great things, but he just needs, he's very motivated, a very motivated driver. Is James Shelley. Could be capable of great things. We'll just have to wait and see. And then in the number 91, the final Cybertron car is James Silver Fox himself in the number 91 machine. Silver Fox, lots of bad luck last season, but he really picked up the pace late in the going, which included a win at North Carolina. A race that he in fact he actually dominated that track. I guess Charles will be back. Yeah, so yeah, the fact that Silver Fox managed to dominate a super speedway says a lot about the Cybertrons. Those cars had a lot of power when they were running the Dodges. They've been even faster of the BMWs. Cybertron, I think, could contend for a title this year. Cybertron and Silver Fox, they've been like Silver Fox and BMW, the perfect marriage of man and machine. We'll hold your mic.
I know.
Yeah. Alright, second to last team to be talked about here. This is Dodge Motorsports, a new team. With Cybertron leaving Dodge, Dodge decided to create their own factory, to create their own team. So that is a factory team, and their lab's actually looking pretty promising for the most part. Free car team in the this is the second to last one. In the 05 we have Reese Black, who while he didn't start off the season too well, he turned that around to say the least. After he won Velton's after he won the awesome shenanigans race at Velton's Arena, he picked up the pace and was quite frankly just very, very good. He managed to finish 7th in points of 3 top 5s and 10 top 10s. And Reese Black, very fast in testing. The Dodges have been rocket ships in testing, especially on the high speed tracks. I think Reese Black could be a title contender this season. And then the second car, number 40, Norman Miller. Who could forget that old timer? Norman Miller, the oldest driver in the field at the age of 58. The tough Texan Miller. Had a rather anomalous campaign last season. Did not win a race. 3 top 5s, 8 top 10s. Finished in the top 5 at Indy, but yeah, rather anomalous campaign for Miller. But hopefully this season will revitalize him. Hopefully this season will be good for him. Miller, again, oldest driver in the field, but he's still racing with all the young guns and still racing up there with the best of them. But then there's the third guy. John Johnston. He's back.
Okay, we can skip him.
John Johnston, driving the number 92 car for that team. Yeah, words cannot describe what this kind of shenanigans he went through last season. And who can forget when at Decatur. Like, remember, qualifying was rained out. Random draw. Johnston got the pole. Because he drew the number one. He drew the number one spot. Yeah, he dropped to last. I think that says a lot about Johnston. But hey, at least he's in a better car, so he won't be quite as terrible. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to see. But then
again, John Johnston is weird and expecting nearly nothing from him.
pretty much.
Nothing but him hitting a ball.
If he can finish 41st in a race, they will be happy.
Yep. Honest, seeing how that car still has the same Dodge Motorsports power plant, he could be up there on the super speedways. But then again, that's mainly the power plant at work there, because the Dodges have been rocket ships. And now with that, we finally are getting on to our last team, which is a new team, Will Hoyt Developments. We did see that team actually ran the finale at Fontana last season, and with Tristan Will Hoyt in the 60 and Marcus Bruno in the 44, and those two are actually back there, just like, yeah. This team is all This team is all rookies, but I'm not really scared about them, because these rookies do have a lot of talent. In the number 16, we have Kyle Collins. Not much can be said about him. He doesn't really appear that much, but he's raced in the NNSCRA Last of Us Light Series, and he ran a season in the Sony Cup Series. Collins, again, not too much to say about him, but we could see some good things out of him. Number 17 would be Marcus Bruno, the Brazilian, the second Brazilian. Oh shit! I forgot to mention Ian Dutta, by the way. I'll just mention that real quick. Ian Dutta back at Young Motorsports. Ian Dutta's at Young Motorsports in the 22. Dutta had some good runs in short tracks too. In fact, in preseason testing, Dutta shocked the world pretty much when he was number one on the short track test at Grand Tour. Dutta was the fastest over there in the short track testing. So we could see some. Dutta's actually been looking rather promising this season. We'll have to see what he can do. But back to Bruno. Joining Dutta in the ranks, joining Dutta in the Brazilian campers, you know. Hopefully Bruno will not get totally annihilated by, say, Gall Redlick, Germany. but Bruno, Arksal Lights, currently races in Arksal Lights.
He's actually not doing too well, as he's been getting caught up in wrecks lately. I can actually update where he's at in points, so...
Yeah. He hasn't had a lot. The Mopar team has not had a lot of luck in Arksal Lights. Nathan McCain.
I stand corrected. He's actually in the top 10 at points, so he's kind of okay for the most part.
Yeah, Bruno, we could be seeing some good stuff out of Bruno. Didn't score points in the finale at Fontana, but then again, that was his first ever IES race. So this is going to be his rookie campaign. I'll have to see what he can do. Driving car number 60, we have Tristan Will Hoyt, who is I believe the first Alaskan race in the series. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I will correct you. I am actually born in Texas, so.
Oh.
But I do reside in Alaska,
so. Alaskan Texan, I guess. Yeah, Will Hoyt, pretty decently well-known name in the community. Known for his efforts over in Arkansas. Will Hoyt, he ran 2 races last season in the IS, the round of Indianapolis and the finale at Fontana. He actually scored points at Indy, although he actually DNF'd in 18th place. says a lot about the chaos in that one. That last wreck was massive. However, Will Hoyt did show some decent speed in that race. He finished 20.
Will Hoyt did do well in the season 14 INORL Elite Series. Unfortunately, his INORL Elite Series career was practically ended when Max Skinner hooked him into the wall at Elkhart Lake, and it was probably one of the worst wrecks I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, coming back from a hard wreck. He also finished 28th in the finale at Fontana. I think I can expect some good things out of him. Will Hoyt is known as a road ringer. We'll have to see what he's capable of this season.
Anyone else's. And I think our final driver on the grid, oh dear, James Silverfox's girlfriend, Allie Nelson.
Yep, Allie Nelson's driving the number 97 machine. Very aggressive, to say the least. We've seen her racing.
Bruno, but oh well, we didn't mention that.
Yes. But yeah, Nelson, very aggressive.
Rather impatient driver.
Yeah.
Also, James Silverfox is behind her.
Well, you did do a nice little cheap song about that, about being aggressive, but oh well.
And of course,
Anyone else if they want to do it.
and when she showed up at Indy, she had her handy dandy bitch slapping glove ready. She did make the show, but got involved in a wreck, so I can't really say much about her IES performance.
And her victim, DJ Curtis.
Yep. Well, so Nelson.
Nelson's very happy to be in the INORL Insomniac Elite Series with no other than James Silverfox.
Yep.
Who they are currently dating at the moment.
Yeah, man. From what I've heard, it's very sexy.
Well, especially, she just dyed her blonde recently instead of having that ridiculously purple hair. Pink hair, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. Some people. A lot of the drivers are very scared to see Nelson on the grid, but as a commentator, I think she could have a pretty good season. While she is very aggressive and quite frankly scary at times, she has a lot of talent too, and she was pretty good on road course testing. I believe she has some open wheel experience. Am I right?
Yes, she does have open wheel experience, especially in the Inter 2003 Road Course IndyCar Series. She won the opening round in DJ Curtis's series, actually.
So yeah, Nelson. Yeah, Nelson has some open wheel experience. Not surprising to see her. She was pretty good on the road course testing. So we'll have to wait and see. And with that,
I don't think the Will Hoyt development cars are going to win the race unless if they otherwise have some sort of miracle whip of some sort.
yeah, I don't know if they'll win a race or not. It's one of those teams that we'll just kind of have to wait and see how they do. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, that team's all rookies, so yeah, we'll have to find out.
They're hoping to beat Baby Tri 5000 to say the least.
I don't think they have much of a problem with that. And with that, we're an hour. After an hour, I finally got my way through all the drivers on the grid. All right.
Someone promised it would be not more than an hour.
Oops. Yeah, that's a problem. Oops. Yeah. So it's just me and it's just me and Charles now. Could be just me if it at some point. If it keeps going on. So I'll probably try to get through this rather quickly as what's left is the schedule for the Insomniac Elite Series and also the Light Series.
I'm so gone. Sorry.
All right then. So if that'll be just me here. So that'll be just me here. The Season 2 Insomniac Elite Series schedule. 25 rounds. Got some new tracks. Got some old ones. I'll just run through it right now. And first up, we'll actually have a non-points race. The Walmart Shootout. At the Walmart Shootout is going to be the shootout. Any first round will be held at the Arkansas Speed Bowl, located in Little Rock, Arkansas. Brand new track. And it's hosted some very exciting racing. There's also an infield road course there, which will host the Lights race, the Lights opener. And we have high expectations for it. Yeah, that track is out there for some great racing. I expect great stuff out of that track. And the Walmart Shootout, I haven't talked about that. Yeah, special race. Pole sitters, all the pole sitters and race winners from last season are gonna be pole sitters and race winners from last season are drivers eligible to compete in that, and yeah, I think we got 21 drivers on the grid for that race. We'll have to see how that turns out. We actually have Brandon Wood running that race in the 99. So that'll probably be and that's I believe his only planned start of the season. Season opener gonna be at Arkansas, 40 40th season opening race. The second round will be back at Atlanta. That track hosted a pretty exciting race last season. Round 3 will be at Texas World Speedway over there in College Station, Texas. They actually repaved that track in the off season, so expect an exciting race out of there. Round 4 will be Savannah. The old short track is going to be making a comeback after hosting a pretty exciting doubleheader round last season. Round 5, we'll be heading to Sonoma for the Sonoma Raceway. Rather interesting race there last season. A little crashy, but we will have to. We could expect some decent things out there. It actually was a pretty decent race. Round 6, new track. We're gonna be heading to Homestead Speedway over in Miami, and that track's. Many people are excited to see that track. Yeah, it hosts NASCAR Sprint Cup finales, but who cares about those? Those races suck. The IES is going to be the major spectacle there in Homestead. But then in round 7, we head to the infamous Veltins Arena over there in Germany. Yeah, that's going to be quite something, I guess. Veltins Arena. Shenanigan City. Round 8 will be Appleton for the Appleton Fright Night. That Appleton Speedway over there. So, yeah, that track really got bumped down in the schedule, but we can still see some good stuff out there. Round 9, the Black Hills Backroads Street Circuit over there in South Dakota. Always seems to be perpetually snowing. Seems like to be perpetually snowing there, and it seems to be perpetually snowing over there. We're on air right now.
Yeah.
Shh. I'm still. We're still going for the pre-race show. I'm on the. Charles and Will Hoyt had to go. So it's you and me. Yeah, we got Chris Louvier over here.
Hey. So I'm the video.
Yep.
So that's unexpected.
Yeah, I've been working on the schedule. We're going for the schedule here. Yeah, up to round 10. We're gonna be heading back to Daytona for round number 10. It opened up the season back in season 1, but wasn't exactly a very. There was a rather serious incident there. It's been bumped back to round 10 this season. Could still expect a good race out there. But round 11, no, that's gonna be something. We're heading to Watkins Glen, but. Of course, that race wasn't in the rain last season. This season, though, we're gonna have a little something special. The Glen will be with the boot. We'll be running the boot configuration at the Glen, and I'll be there for a very exciting race, I hope. Round 12, of course, the famous race, the Round of Indianapolis. Double points on the line for that race, just like last season. Remember, PJ Williams. Yes, one-offs too. Remember, when PJ Williams won that race, it catapulted him into title contention. Keep that in mind. Winning that race could give you a shot at the title.
All right.
And for round number 13, we're gonna head to the famous Road America in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Apparently that track's been going for some. Apparently that track's been getting some updates. You know, some design updates for this season. So it'll be pretty exciting to see Road America. So when we head to round 14, we will be heading to Sanoskiville. Round number 14, we'll be at Pocono for that race. From what we've heard, that track's gonna be repaved. So that's definitely good over there. Hopefully none. Round number 15. Round number 15 will be going overseas to Japan, but not to Tornado Motegi. That track got cut after its quite frankly embarrassing race last season. But we're gonna be racing on a special track in the outskirts of Tokyo for the round of Japan. So that'll be exciting. That track has hosted some great racing with with us Japanese Super GT racing over there. So hopefully that'll be good to see. Round number 16, we'll be heading to Germany at the Euro Speedway Lausitz.
Hopefully it won't be deadly.
Like that. Hopefully it won't be, but I don't know if it will be. Apparently there's gonna be a new aero package for this season, so we'll have to see what it does over there. That track is a little strangely designed, so I don't know if it'll be a pack race or not. Round number 17. Oh boy, we're heading to the massive Outback Raceway in Australia, biggest track on the schedule. Last season's race was very exciting. I saw Charles Sanford closing a massive gap on Ezekiel Proctor to take home his first IAS victory. Not surprised to see that track back on the schedule, but a track I am surprised to see on the schedule is for round number 18. Oh god.
What is it?
Oh boy, for round number 18, we're heading to the Coca-Cola Speedway in Massachusetts. A very infamous circuit. Infamously known for the UPS Truck Series race there, in which UPS Truck Series driver Stephen Calvin was killed in a massive crash. That wreck took out half the field, and I believe a few drivers were injured. I know driver Jack Nathan suffered. I think Jack Nathan suffered career-ending injuries after careening headlong into the wall on the inside. So yeah, that race is gonna have everyone on edge, to say the least. I'm very scared about that one. For round number 19. Round number 19 will be on a much more fun and upbeat note, hopefully, as we'll be heading to Grand Detour. And the famous Grand Detour race, the infamous Grand Detour Raceway in Southern Illinois. That track's always had some pretty messy races, but it's always a lot of fun, too. Last season's race, the winner last season was Jock Day Cock, who took home his first career win. And I'd expect a very interesting, I believe he may have become the first rookie in IES history to win a race, too. So I think that will be that'll be a spectacle. And now we head to the final few tracks. Round number 20 will be hosted at another famous track, the Decatur Raceway in Illinois. That track hosted, that is one of the best known tracks in the racing world. Hosts the finale race of the TM Master Cup Series. And last season's race there was a sight to behold. One of the best road course races the IS has ever had. Ended in the leaders wrecking and Chris Louvier taking an advantage to win that race. And now we're going to be heading back to Decatur, one of the best tracks one of the most hyped up tracks in the series, and one of the best known tracks. Hopefully we'll see a race just as good.
Number 21.
Yeah, getting to the final 5 tracks. The final, round 21 will be at Michigan. That track hosted a rather odd race last season. We're expecting a wreck fest, honestly, but it didn't happen. But this season, well, I won't say a wreck fest. We were expecting more wrecks, though. But this season, I wouldn't know to expect it or not this season. Honestly, I'd say no. Well, I don't know, maybe. I mean, that track's probably gonna be. That track is being repainted. That track was repainted for this season, and I guess whether it'll be have more wrecks or not depends on how the drivers handle the new asphalt. And round number 22. Oh boy. Round number 22. Are we heading to that newly built track? The New Orleans Super Speedway over there. I know it's it's probably one of the shortest super speedways ever.
It's only like a mile and a half long.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the length of a super speedway, but it definitely has the mentality of one, and I think that's why it's got that name. And last season's race was very exciting, and I think we're all pretty excited to see see a return to that track, and maybe Maxwell Chan will go to victory lane.
He almost won 2 races in New Orleans. Goodbye.
Round 23, though. Round 23 may be even scarier than Massachusetts, as we're heading to the North Carolina Mega Speedway in Raleigh. like Raleigh or Raleigh or however you pronounce it.
Wow. Okay, so
That track, that's
what are they again? Oh,
we
crap.
we are. It's gonna be that race has everyone's on their edge too. Um,
What does 124 then?
I'm hoping that race will not end in tragedy. Round 24 though, not surprising. Like no changes to round 24, of course. No surprise to see Talladega back as round number 24. That track produced a pretty exciting race last season, but yeah, there was a big wreck. And honestly, it was a miracle we didn't have any fatalities that night. With the Charles Sanford Ian Dutta wreck. Amazingly, both drivers are going to be back full time this season. But then, unsurprisingly, for the final round, we'll be heading back to Fontana for the Insomniac World Championships. Only this time, we'll actually be racing under the lights, so that'll be quite a sight to see. So that's the Insomniac Elite Series in a nutshell, pretty much. I'm gonna expect a great season. Can't wait for the Walmart shootout to kick things off. But that's not all for the show because, well, the Insomniac Elite Series has a new series beside it, and I may have mentioned it earlier in the show. And that would be a brand new developmental series, the Nuka-Cola Light Series.
Oh, yes.
Nuka-Cola, one of the major sponsors for races and such, decided to come along and sponsor this new series. So thank you, Nuka-Cola. And the Nuka-Cola Light Series is a developmental series with 42 drivers from various countries. He's
About the personalities.
yeah, very very much so. And 42 drivers over there. And yes, I will talk about all the drivers here, but I won't be elaborating nearly as much on them, I don't think. Since we are up to 1 hour. I think I shouldn't spend another hour talking about the roster.
Yes, I should talk about an hour, which I kind of missed.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, because I was at a freaking haircut appointment.
Yep. So I will get to the teams here. The first first one is S3 Motorsports. S3 holding a S3 with a is running a operation in the Light Series for that some of those teams' developmental drivers. The one car being driven by Trevor Germain. The one car sponsored by Bass Pro Shops. They have the 8 Budweiser machine driven by Canadian Mark Halbert. And then they have the number 15 the Menards Johns Manville 15 car of Aussie Jesse Garcia. And we'll have to see how. People have pretty good expectations for S3 Motorsports. Halbert, I believe he was a Formula Air 2003 champion, but he doesn't have much experience on the stock car side of things. We'll have to see how he goes. Then we got Dutta Enterprises, owned by Ian Dutta. And his sister Stacy is driving in the 2 car for that team. Only Brazilian in the field here. And then that's only a 2-car team. Our teammate will be Slim Jim Series regular Jonathan Dwyer in the number 12 Altel machine. And we'll have to see. He is a race winner of the Slim Jim Series, so we'll have to wait and see what he can do. Honestly, I have some good expectations for him. We got Young Motorsports, which is actually running a different manufacturer in the at a completely different program. A much stronger program, I might add, too. They're running Chevys, 5 of them. Biggest team in the Light Series, and it's a very strong program. They got Catherine Young, and 2 of the younger siblings. That's an odd phrase. 2 of them are in this team. Catherine Young, driver number 5, Kellogg's machine. She attempted the round of Indianapolis last season. Didn't make the show, I don't think. No, she didn't. And the 24 DuPont machine of Sam Young. Then we got 25, the 25 National Guard Chevy of Jeffrey Finguy, who drove for Young Motorsports in the Elites last season, but did not get rehired. So kind of surprised he didn't get hired by a team, but he's on Young Motorsports, so that is good for him. And as we move further down here, we have the 48 of Alyssa Kirby. Alyssa Kirby is the first. Alyssa Kirby is a Type 1 diabetic, the first diabetic in the INORL, and also it's I fucked up. It's a 4-car team, Young Motorsports. Team Thunder is a 5-car operation. As we move further down here, we'll have ourselves. We'll actually get the Team Thunder here. This team was originally going to be the Wrecking Thunder in the lights as well, but after Alex Perkle defected from the team, no Wrecking Balls representatives were driving for the team. So that team is Team Thunder, simply Team Thunder in the light series. That's the biggest team on a grid of 5 cars. Not surprisingly, Matt Duncan in the number 6, taking up his older brother's famous number, being number 6. Matt Duncan, very high expectations for him, and he actually impressed people. He attempted Indy and Fontana. He made the show at Indy. Got involved. Wait, if I remember, no, he didn't actually. No, he did not make the show. But Reese Black gave up his spot for Matt Duncan. I believe that was actually an order from William Duncan because he wanted his brother to get some experience. Because Matt's probably going to be taking his place in the Insomniac Elite Series when William retires. And Matt did very well in Fontana. Almost won the race, actually. That would have been huge if he won. Matt Duncan, though, turned heads. Won the Arkansas Lights title. We'll be seeing him running in the big leagues in Arkansas, that's for sure. But here he is, the INORL, driving his older brother's famous number 6. And as we move further down, we will start see. This team has a rather interesting lineup. In number 17, we have DeWalt Tools Machine. We have Baron Praxis. He attempted he raced at Indy and Fontana. Well, he attempted Indy, didn't make the show. He bought out John Johnston's machine. Although he did very well in Fontana, almost won the race, and had a very clean run too. Praxis trying to get that crash crazy reputation he got in the Arkansas Sony Cup Series behind him, and I'd say he's doing a good job with it, actually. Praxis, we could expect some good things from him. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. And in number 38, we have yet another driver known for crashing into things. Jason Evans, the Texan, driving the number 38 M&M's machine.
He made a show.
Yeah, he did make the show at Indy. He attempted the Indy race, driving for Front Row Motorsports, I believe. Made the show, wrecked out pretty early in the going, I believe.
Mr. Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, we'll have to see what he can do. Number 88, we have Chris Valentine from out of Missouri, driving the Snickers machine. Valentine, not much experience on the in the INORL side of things, but he is known for. But he has raced before in other series with some pretty moderate success, actually. Valentine could do pretty well. And then in the number 5, in the final machine, the number 99, we have Brandon Wood. Brandon Wood. Yeah, he had an abysmal campaign in the Elites last season. He got bumped down to the lights, but he's been rather quick in testing, actually. We'll have to see. Cybertron Motorsports. Cybertron, while they're switching to BMW and the Elites, they decided to keep the Dodge program for the lights. Free car team. They have Eric Silverfox in the number 9. Younger brother of James Silverfox. Eric is seen by many as kind of an unsung hero. We'll have to the not much talked about younger brother of James Silverfox. Eric will be running for his older brother's team. But then in the number 10, in the Valvoline machine we have everyone's favorite German, Dishwasher, driving the number 10 for Cybertron, the Valvoline machine.
Oh, he's gonna split his fourth right here.
We'll have to see what he can do. I think he's gonna wash everyone's dishes. Wash them real good.
He's gonna kill those midgets, as he said. That's what Dish said.
Yeah, interestingly enough, we got another German in the third Cybertron car. That being Formula Inter 2003 regular Christian Bergman in the 19. Expect him to do well on the road courses. That's really all I gotta say. And the next team on the grid is Shelley Motorsports. Yeah, James Shelley owning an operation over in the Elite Series. Got free Toyotas there. And a 00, we have a rather inexperienced but a driver with, but a driver who's rather pretty inexperienced but has a lot of spirit. James Dalton in the 00. Dalton races in the Slim Jim Series. Hasn't done so well though, but
He has speed, but doesn't have all the luck and tell you damn well.
exactly. He does have some He does have a lot of talent and a lot of heart, a lot of spirit. I expect him to do well, but not as well as the second car in the team, the 44 of Alan Cavanero, who I really thought was gonna get hired by someone in but wasn't in the Elite Series on the Elite side of things, but he wasn't. Cavanero driving for Shelley Motorsports in the 44. Then in the number 55, we have Tamer Delrick. I've heard some people say Delise. If Shelley could comment down and tell me which spelling is correct, I would like to say it. I'll appreciate that. I believe Delrick or Delise is Romanian. So first Romanian in the INORL. So we'll have to see what he can do. And now we move down to Hector Racing. That's a free car team. They were running Chevys. And we have while he may not be too well known these days, the driver of the 01 U.S. Army machine. He may not be too well known these days, but back when the UPS Truck Series is still running, he was known as a top-notch driver. May I introduce Season 2 UPS Truck Series champion Curtis Rundas in the number 01, a former champion of the INORL UPS Truck Series. Rundas back in action. Rundas haven't seen him in action for about a year, but he's back and he's bigger than ever, or at least I hope. Hector Racing, not the most well-funded team on the grid. And speaking of drivers we haven't seen in a while, how about Edward Miller in the 13 Hayer car? I don't think I've seen Miller race in about. I don't think Miller hasn't raced in like a year. Just like of a you know who. Like Rundas. Miller, I remember at Miller, after Stephen Calvin's unfortunate passing in the round of Massachusetts back in the UPS Truck Series Season 1, Edward Miller was tapped to fill the void left by Calvin. But I don't remember, but unfortunately he didn't do much of note. But as we move on to the number 14, we have Roderick Anderson. Not much to say about him. Don't know much about him.
That's my number 2. One of my numbers.
And there's RJ Manson Racing. RJ Manson Racing has a lights program, and only 3 cars though. Rather interesting lineup. In the 07, we have Slim Jim Series regular Makoto Yoshizawa of Japan. And driving the 07, very aggressive driver to say the least. He races in Japanese. He's best known for his run in Japanese Super GT Racing and the Pro Street Racing Series, in which he's been known for being very aggressive and having a rather serious temper. He and Ali Nelson would probably get along great. But in all seriousness, he does have a lot of talent, but he's very aggressive. Kind of mistake prone to say the least, but he does have speed. Expect to see him up there on the road courses as long as he doesn't spin off. And the number 29, we have in the 29 machine, a Shell Pennzoil machine. We have a Wyoming native Christopher. We have Wyoming short tracker. Short tracker out of Buffalo, Wyoming, Christopher Bryant in the number 29. Yeah, short tracker from Buffalo, Wyoming, races at the Buffalo Downs track, which will be on the light schedule, by the way. Not going to talk about the light schedule, actually, because it's rather similar to the Elites. But, Bryant's been pretty fast in test. Bryant's pretty much in the best of the Manson team in testing. Then the third car is RJ Manson himself, who was looking to, Manson enjoys racing, but he doesn't believe he's the most talented driver. So he's running a light so he can open up a room for a talented driver for drivers that he believes are talented and deserve to drive for his team. And The next team on the grid is Masterpiece Racing, which is owned by Elite Series driver Seth Cole. Free car team there, the Chevys. Joseph Bryant, good friend of Seth Cole, driving the number 11 FedEx Express machine. Not related to Christopher Bryant. No relation between those two. The number 18 Interstate Batteries machine is driven by Seth Cole's sister Mary in that machine. And then the 20, Alex May. Seth Cole's development driver, I believe.
Is that a... No, never mind. I thought that's a one-off.
The Home Depot machine. No, May did race the round of Indianapolis for Ian Masterson Racing.
Yeah.
And as we go down the list here, we'll see Ian Masterson Racing actually. They raced in the Elites last season. They're not the most funded team though. They're running the lights this season due to these cars are a lot cheaper to manage. They have Ray Krager in the 22, a well-known driver, champion of the Pro Street Racing League, open wheel racer, very famous road ringer, raced in stock cars and open wheelers he's raced the Sony IndyCar Series and the Insomniac Elite Series as a one-off for years, and he's finally going full-time, driving for Ian Masterson Racing the 22 Caterpillar machine. And then in the number 36, we have Shrimp Ingrits in the number 36. Similar paint scheme to Alex Hawkins last season. Ingrits is the only Louisiana native in the Light Series.
I'm a little bit disappointed if any more... Oh, wait. There's also one more Louisiana driver in, huh?
Not in Lights.
Oh.
And then there's a KSI. Similar story to Young Motorsports. KSI runs Fords in the Elites, but they have a Dodge program in the Lights here with some very interesting and talented drivers. The 40 machine, Nathan McCain. McCain. Well-known road ringer, races in a lot of forms of road racing. Very successful driver. I have high expectations for McCain. The number 41, driven by I forgot McCain's driving the number 40 Coors Light machine. The 41 Target car is driven by Johnny B. Not much known about him aside from the fact that he attempted a round of Indy last season. Did not make the show, but he's running the lights. Not much to say about him again. But then there's Mark Versky. He was pretty much Kyle Sanofsky's protege in the number 42 Halvoline machine. Versky, Pennsylvanian dirt tracker. High expectations for him. Slim Jim Series regular, actually, where he's doing very well. Versky is a very talented driver that I have high expectations for. Hopefully he'll do well. So as we go down here, here we got Haas. Hi. There's a few independent teams here too. I'll go get to them actually right now. The 21 Wood Brothers team. That's Nathan Dwyer, the youngest of the Dwyer clan, looking to make his move into stock car racing now. I think Nathan's only 15 or so. Youngest of the clan. And we continue. And then there's Petty Enterprises. Jay Barker is driving the 40 free Cheerios machine. And then in the 45, oh boy. Everyone's favorite backmarker from Arkansas, Jackie Tang, is driving the number 45 Wells Fargo machine. Hopefully he will hopefully he can get some more. Hopefully he won't throw it off the road. I actually do hope Tang does well, to be honest. I mean, why would I want him to suck? That would be stupid. Yeah, there's Hall of Fame Racing. Not a very underfunded team there. Got a Kailash Schmidt. They have a underfunded team, talented driver though in Kailash Schmidt, who attempted the round of Indy last season and did very well actually. Schmidt scored points. Schmidt scored some points in the round of Indy. And then, oh boy, we got Haas. This team is infamous in Arkansas as a backmarker team. And, I'm a little scared. Well, I'm not scared with the 70. The 70 yellow transportation car, that is Zeke Marley. The lone Jamaican in the field. Marley, don't know much about her. But, the one I'm scared about is the 66. Actually, I'm wrong about the Louisiana thing, because the 66 is Binky Louvier.
Yay, he's fun.
Binky Louvier. Um,
Oh my gosh,
she
moments.
she is infamous for Slim Jim Series performances.
She has some moments.
I'm a little scared. Let's say at least. Let's just go ahead and go to the last independent team, which is Red Bull. Red Bull, road course team, road course oriented, obviously. Got the Canadian Paul Swanson in car number 83 there, and his teammate, Slim Jim Series regular Nico Polyakov, the Russian in car number 84.
And he's also competing for a championship too, I think.
Yeah, Slim Jim Series race winner, and with that, that is all the lights cars. So, I've talked about the Insomniac Elite Series. I've talked about the lights. I think that's pretty much all the stuff. I think I pretty much talked about all the stuff that we would need to expect for all the information for the new season. So be sure to stick around when we head over to the Little Rock 40 Arkansas Speed Bowl for a Walmart shootout, and the Nuka-Cola Light Series season opener, and of course the Insomniac Elite Series racing there too. So I've been Blue Thunder Fan Racing,
And I'm Chris Igor.
and remember Charles Sanford and Tristan Woolley were here before, so I'll mention. So need to credit them. I thank those two for showing up. Thanks to you, Chris, too.
Yes, it came out late.
Yep. But yeah. This is the longest video I've ever made. It's an hour and a half. Hopefully it'll render. But yeah, that'll be it. And it's time to get ready for a new season of Insomniac Elite Series action. I'm signing off, and I'll see you next time.
Watch out for Binky.